So the next presentation that we're going to get is from Springer Nature. I love your offices. You must tell them your offices are, it's an old horse stable. It's beautiful. It's Leen with an Leen. Samarah, you can Google that. She's from Jordan. But I must just say, if you go to Springer Nature, if you happen to go to London and go to the British Library, and Springer Nature office is not far, you'll see a beautiful hidden gem. Yeah. Okay, and welcome and thank you very much. Colleagues online, are you there, please? We don't see hands or anything. We don't know what's happening. I want to interact with you, me and Lynn, please. Philip, can you make sure people are listening to us on the other side? Dorette, talk to Philip there. Lynn, thank you very much.
Thank you. So do you see the screen? All right, thank you very much. I'm very pleased to be here today. This is the first time I present for Sanlek, and it's an honor, to be honest. I'm from Jordan, as she informed you, and thank you very much for the introduction about our offices, and it would be a pleasure to have you visit also in Dubai, where I now am based. So thank you for being here today, and thank you for attending the presentation with Springer. How many of you know about the TA agreement or is familiar with the transformative agreement between Sanlek and Springer Nature? Can you give me thumbs up or hands up? All right, this makes my presentation a little bit informative, I guess. Thank you very much. So early this year, early in January, there was a transformative agreement which allows researchers from 29 institutions that belong to Sanlek or are Sanlek members to fund publishing their research or their articles, open access on hybrid journals at Springer Nature. So the agreement kicked off mid-January this year, and it is still going, and I would like to inform you more about the agreement and how we can support you through the agreement. Just let me give you a background about Springer Nature, and I'm sure maybe most of you know, but we cover three divisions, or we have three divisions. One that focuses mainly on research, and the other one, four divisions, education, health, and professional. Our focus is on the research division today, where we offer to you or provide you with journals, books, and now the open access services or the open access publishing services. So why publishing open access with Springer Nature? So Springer Nature is a leading open access publisher, and we now have several agreements around the world that we collaborate with different institutions from around the world to publish research as open access for researchers that belong to those institutions or those institutions fund. As you see the map in front of you, it shows the coverage of the open access agreements around the world up to till day in 2023. For more information about why open access with Springer Nature, and as I just mentioned, we are a leading publisher in open access. It started all back in the days when we had the partnership with BMC. And after that, we have had several journals that are now either fully open access journals or are hybrid journals. So up to this day, 16% of the content that is published open access all around the world comes from Springer Nature. In the countries that publish open access with Springer Nature and has Springer Nature agreement, 70% of that content published at those countries also is published through Springer Nature. During COVID, we offered a lot of content as open access, and especially textbooks. So downloads has jumped in more than 200 million downloads to our open access content during COVID and after. So I don't want to go through the details of numbers and give you so much information about this. I just want to jump on why open access in the first place. Yes, Springer Nature is a leading publisher of open access, but we need to think why open access. So we have started launching a white paper, and this white paper has been revisited like 3 times since the first time it has been launched. This white paper has sampled over 70,000 articles published in Springer Nature hybrid journals. All right, the results of this has compared the citations, the downloads, and the altimetric score for the articles published open access comparing to the articles published with the subscription or the closed module. So the results has shown that the articles published open access has been downloaded 6 times more than the articles published in the subscription module. Also, the citations are more 1.6 times for the OA articles comparing to the articles downloaded through the subscription module. If we look at the altimetric score, can anyone tell me if you are familiar with the altimetric score, or should I elaborate more on how the altimetric score is counted? All right. So the altimetric score, it counts the attention the article gets either on the scientific platforms or on the social media platforms. So it gives you an overview of how impactful the article is. So the articles published open access are 5 times higher in altimetric score than the other articles published through the subscription module. Why is this important? Why is more citations, more downloads, and a higher altimetric score is important? This increases the chances of collaboration with other researchers from around the world. The citation advantage by itself for researchers is definitely highly important, and the immediate online access for the content from South Africa is also highly important because it also supports the reproducibility of the work by the researchers that publish open access. So, since the agreement has been launched in mid-January, I want to give you an overview of the usage of the content that has been published through the agreement and the number of articles that has been published. Has anybody here published with Springer Nature before? Please raise your hands. Okay. All right. All right. So let me tell you, since 2013 until 2022, we have seen like an average of 90% growth with publishing with Springer Nature. The publishing numbers are almost, for the articles nowadays, are almost 4,000 articles per year with Springer Nature from South Africa, from Southern Africa researchers, okay? So the agreement covers 1,000 articles, and this is equivalent to the articles published open access with Springer Nature annually based on the last few years' experiences. So up till date, up till this day, we have until May 15th, we have 140 articles published through the agreement, open access funded by SANLIC. And why this number is healthy? The agreement was launched in mid-January, but officially we started promoting and we started encouraging researchers by March. And this number shows a very healthy trend in publishing, and we are hoping to keep this number growing until we meet the target that we are looking for, which is 1,000 articles by end of the year. So in front of you, you can see the most publishing universities with the agreement until this day, which is expected because this is the number, this is equivalent to the number of articles published by each university, usually with Springer Nature. By subject area, again, South Africa is leading in publishing in medicine and biomedical and life sciences. So also, The highest publishing subject areas are, as you see, focuses also on medicine, biomedical sciences, earth and environment, social sciences, and other topics, which we expect due to the trends of publishing also in South Africa. Let me show you a little bit of a graph, although it is 140 articles, but you can see the usage numbers from around the world. Up till this day, those articles has been downloaded 74,000 times, or a little bit slightly higher around the world. You can see the usage where it is coming from. So basically it is coming from Asia, Europe, North America, etc. So what actions are we taking in order to support you? Keep it a successful agreement. There is a webpage dedicated where you can find all the information related to the agreement. And we are committed also in providing summits, author workshops in order to educate the researchers. And up till now, we had kicked off with one summit, to approval managers as well, to support the approval managers with understanding how to do the APC's approval and the author journey for the webinars. Our marketing team also in the background has launched some emails for the database of contacts we have, and that is GDPR compliant. And we are committed to launch a few Twitter and LinkedIn ads as well. We hope that you may support us as well as librarians in either sending your researchers email. We can also create banners for your library pages or provide authors agreement specific information or materials for the agreement. So thank you very much. And if you need any further information, here are the contact information for our OA team, myself, and my colleague Philip. Thank you very much.